Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video we have this 2023 Acura MDX and we're going to do the taillight tint installation for this vehicle. So as you can see, this is how it looks before doing the installation on the taillights. It's just a regular factory taillight lens, and this is how it looks after the installation. So the tint has PPF properties, which means it will protect the lenses from yellowing over time, as well as protect it from any small scratches or any road debris that may hit the lens. If you like the product, link for the product will be linked below. But with that being said, let's get started with the installation video. So the tools you need in order to install the tint kit will be Slip Solution, Tack Solution, a heat gun, squeegee, and a microfiber towel. And a step-by-step guide in order to create the two solutions will be in the description below. So before we start with the installation, we need to make sure we prep the taillights. So all you need to do is apply Slip Solution to the taillight lenses, and with a clean microfiber towel, start removing any contaminants that the taillight may have. So with this one, just apply Slip Solution to the lens and Slip Solution to the adhesive side of the film. And all you need to do is make sure you align it to this section of the edge first of the taillight, and the lower piece just has to follow where the curve is about to end. So right roughly around there. So make sure it feels flat. The film is not supposed to lay on top of this section. It just has to be flat because we are going to install another piece that covers here. So once you align it there, apply tack solution on top and underneath the film. Make sure it's still in position and carefully tack it down. And make sure to remove all the solution that's still underneath the film. Once we made sure there's no solution behind the film and everything's secured, we can move on with the next piece. Okay, so now we're working on this section here. With this one, you could either do Slip Solution or Tack Solution in order to align it and tack it down. So for this one, I'm gonna show you guys how to go about it with just Tack Solution. So just apply Tack Solution on the lens and on the film itself on the adhesive side. Make sure you adjust it and align it to this edge first. You're not supposed to have any excess material here, so it has to be aligned right on the edge. So align it on the edge on both sides. So it should be like this, and the rest of the film should just fall into place like this. If you need to lift it to realign it, you can. Just lift it carefully and readjust it like this. As you can see, it sits perfect. All we need to do now is apply tack solution on top, grab your squeegee, and tack it down to secure it. And just apply a little bit of heat around this curve, that way it sits on the reflector. So apply a little bit of heat, and the film should start tacking down as you apply pressure. You can also use your microfiber towel to help it tack down, and it should be like this. Just continue applying heat and tack solution until it tacks down, and make sure to apply tack solution and heat around this section, since we are installing another piece that overlaps this section. So with this piece, you can almost do it the same when it comes to the installation process as how we did with this one, only using tack solution in order to just align it and tack it down as fast as possible. So apply tack solution just around this C area, and also tack solution on the adhesive side of the film, and just align it on one edge. Make sure it's on the edge, work your way, tack it down, and make sure it's following the body line here. So if you need to readjust it, you can, and it should follow along the rest, just like this. Follow the curve till you reach it there. It's that simple. All we need to do now is just make sure we seal the edges as how we did it here. But before we seal them, remove any solution or bubbles that are still behind the film. So grab your squeegee and remove any bubbles. Once you make sure that there's no more solution underneath the film, then we can start sealing it with heat and tack solution one more time. And then once you're done tacking down this whole section of the film, we move on to the last piece on this side. So now we're moving on to the last piece for this side of the taillight. So just apply Slip Solution to the lens and Slip Solution to the adhesive side of the film. Place the film, and we're going to start by aligning it on this section of the edge first. So make sure you have coverage up to the edge, covering here, here, and here. And the rest should fall into place. So lift it to remove the finger if you have any on the middle. Just place the film, that way it doesn't go anywhere. Focus on securing this part first. So all you need is tack solution underneath and on top of the film. Grab your squeegee and start tagging it down to secure it. Make sure you secure a good amount. That way we're able to stretch the film and it doesn't move when we're stretching. One thing you can do around this curve here is apply tack solution and heat to help it tack down and mold to the curve here. So just apply a little bit of heat and just help the film start shaping to this curve. This should be good. And now we're moving on to stretching the film here. So stretch it until you help this section of the film reach the edge here. So now we're moving on to stretching the film. So just lift the film carefully, apply slip solution underneath, place it back down, and just stretch the film to reach it to this edge. Once you stretch it, everything should just fall into place, just like this. That should be good. So let's secure this top piece first and then work on with the bottom piece. So just apply tack solution on top, and we're going to use our squeegee to secure it. Now we move on to stretching the film to remove this finger going down. Okay, same process. Stretch it down to remove this finger and make sure you're aligning it as you're stretching it. If the film did dry out, just apply a little bit of slip solution one last time. Make sure this area is dry. Stretch it going downward, making sure it's aligned. So stretch it down and everything else should just fall into place like this. Now hold it in position, grab your tack solution, apply it on top, and with your squeegee, start tacking everything down to secure it. And you are going to have just a small little finger here. That's perfectly fine. We could remove it once we're done tacking down everything with just applying heat and tack solution. So make sure everything's covered, just like this. Okay, and to remove this one, just apply tack solution, a little bit of heat, and then help it tack down. Once you finish applying heat, you could apply a tack solution one last time, and you could wrap your microfiber towel around your squeegee and just help it tack down like this. And you can also just use your hand as well. So two different methods, but the end result is the same. And this should be it. And now to finish it off, apply tack solution all over this section and then heat to seal it and overlap it to this tint. So now we're moving on to this side of the taillight where the trunk is located. So we're going to start off with the lower piece first and then finish it off with the top piece. Just apply slip solution to the taillight and slip solution to the adhesive side of the film. Place it and make sure you align it to the edge. So that should be good there. And also make sure you align it here too. And everything else, just follow along until you reach it here. So with this one, it's going to be a little tricky to tack it down on this curve here. So take your time applying tack solution and heat to tack it down, because the rest of the film is more straightforward. It's just this curved area here to tack it down. So apply tack solution on top, grab your squeegee and start tacking the whole film down. And make sure to remove any solution underneath the film, no bubbles, to have the finish of the film look clean and spotless. So for this area here, just apply tack solution. That way the film starts tacking down little by little. This part's going to go tack down here. This section is just going to wrap a little bit over here. It's not going to do a full coverage towards the inside. And also here, it's not doing full coverage. It's only covering just up to the edge here. Now apply heat to start sealing the film, and then we can move on with the next piece. Now we're moving on to the last piece. Apply slip solution to the lens, slip solution to the adhesive side of the film. Same thing as how we did it here. Align it to the edge, and everything else should just fall into place. Make sure you're covering everything here up to here and here. It should be good. All you need to do now is grab your tack solution, spray it on top and a little bit underneath. That way we can start tagging it down. So hold it in position and with your squeegee, start tagging it down to secure it. And with this one, you could start off by squeegeeing the flat area first. That way we can secure it. And once you finish tacking down the flat area, then slowly work your way towards the top. and then work your way on the top section. If the film still lives even after you're tagging it down, you can apply heat with Tack Solution, and that will help the process of the adhesive to activate faster. So tag down as much as you can, and then we'll apply heat with Tack Solution. And that's it, you're pretty much done. Once you finish installing both sides, the last thing to do is to post heat, and then you're done. So the last thing to do once you finish with the whole installation is to post heat the entire tail light. So all you have to do is apply Tack Solution onto the lens. You're going to use your heat gun in order to apply heat and help the adhesive on the film activate faster, and also helping any film that's still lifting anywhere on the tail light, tagging it back down. And in order to tag it down, we're going to use our microfiber towel to tag it down and also help remove any solution that's still trapped underneath the edges. So as you're doing this, take your time, making sure you cover each section. And once you're done with this step, you're done with the installation. Thank you for choosing Bogar Tech Design. As a small business, your support means everything to us. If you loved your product, please drop a review. If you have questions or issues, don't forget to message us via email. Once again, thank you so much for the support from our family to yours. So that concludes the installation video for the Taillight Tints for the 2023 Acura MDX. We hope that this video helped you guys out with the installation. If it did, don't forget to drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell. That way you don't miss any of our upcoming installation videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.